Sup, everybody? It's Jay Hunterville from the VED podcast. November 26th, Northbridge Music Group will be having an event called H.O.N Fest, and it's going to be at the Drake Underground at 7 p.m. We have two background singers from H.O.N Gibbs that we just previously interviewed. We have Makadi and Amber.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
We out here in Toronto.
Yeah.
You know, we're extremely hyped to be out here.
How you like it so far? Scenery, things and stuff like that.
It's a vibe.
It's
Definitely
been
a
good,
vibe.
yeah. I feel like we've been so busy doing everything, we haven't had a chance to just
Finally sit
check
down
it out, yeah.
and
but
settle down.
It's good, yeah.
Nice. What got you guys into music? What made you want to do music, like background singing and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up around, a few musicians in my family. Like, my dad plays guitar and, like, always playing music around the house. And just kind of naturally, like, just picked up singing just from, like, singing along and stuff and then singing in church, so.
Yeah, for me, I'm Filipino. We grew up doing karaoke all the time, so
Nice.
it's just nature. No, I started singing when I was I started singing when I was 3, and then learned how to play piano, taught myself how to play guitar, and then it wasn't until maybe a couple years ago where I started taking music and songwriting a lot more seriously. So, yeah.
Do you play an instrument as well, or?
Not really, no. Like, I can play basic, like, chords on keyboard and guitar, but that's about it.
Okay.
Mainly singer.
When it comes to what are your go-to tracks that you like listening to, like music, artists, stuff like that?
That's tough.
Like-
Tough. There's a lot.
Let me give like a scenario. Let's say, like going for a walk, like going grocery shopping. I'll say that or something like that.
You probably find me listening to something more chill, like some neo soul. Like, I love Robert Glasper. I love his Black Radio albums where he features like different R&B singers. I love Music Soul Child. I love Dwele. I love
Okay.
Erykah Badu. So like that's kind of like my bag, like in terms of like where I
Okay.
picked up a lot of my stylistic things. But I listen to a lot. Like that's my core though.
Yeah, you'll have me. I'll be listening to like a whole bunch of '90s R&B. There's lots of SZA, her, Janae Aiko. Yeah.
Okay. What pitch do you guys sing? Like soprano, alto, tenor? What is your type of pitch? Like you prefer?
I think I'm like a mezzo soprano. Yeah.
Okay.
Satu, I don't know.
But she holds down soprano. Like
Yeah.
eventually the notes are gonna come true.
Nice.
I think like you probably hear my talking voice. I'm a baritone. Like I'm
Yeah.
definitely a baritone, but I sing tenor as well.
Nice.
I prefer baritone though.
Okay, I hear
Sometimes
that.
soprano notes too.
Yeah,
you must
my
have soprano
I
one
love my
time.
falsetto. I love my falsetto, so I try to hop up to Amber's notes. Doesn't always work out, but I try.
How long have you been like singing and doing? Were you always? Did you have your own solo stuff at first, and then went into background vocals, or?
Well, I've been singing a while, like probably since I was like 14, something like that. I've been writing music for like 10 years. So like most of my experience has been in bands. Like I've been like band leaders, like in ensembles and neo soul groups. Where I was songwriting for the group. Like I was like the lead singer or one of the lead singers. So like I was like live music was like my like where I started. So recording, like actually recording, I didn't start till like a few years ago. That's like new to me. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, like I'm a solo artist now. Like after being in multiple bands, I finally was like, I was writing all the music anyways. Like, it's time. Like when you get that confidence, and it's just like, yo, like it's time. Like you just felt it. So yeah, solo artist now, and I rap too. So it's been fun just being experimental.
That's the thing with us. We're all solo artists, but we'll come on for each other's sets. I'll sing back up for Makadi. He'll sing back up for me. We'll sing back up for Tion. It's pretty
100
cool.
collective.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it's really collective at the end of the day.
That's nice to hear.
And I feel like that's not the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people default to like being intimidated by each other, or like competition or this or that. It's just like, yo, like if you were really like confident in what you do, you know what I'm saying, and just were like passionate like about the craft, and wasn't like that the craft came first kind of thing, you know? It's like you wouldn't be worried about what's happening around you. You just be like, yo, like let me like hone in on my craft, and like let me help build other people up and help let them build me up too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I asked Tion just a while ago during our interview about like the differences between like Vancouver and Toronto. Like, have you seen any similar differences when it comes to like the music stuff, like neo soul and all that stuff? Have you seen any differences compared?
Well, I don't know much about the Toronto scene, but I know for a fact there's more black people here in this. And you know what I'm saying? Like straight up. So like a lot of people that claim to be R&B artists in like neo soul in Vancouver, like they don't really know what that means. You know what I'm saying? It's like it'll be like pop infused with like R&B or like something. You know, it's like it's not as authentic. So I feel like here, like there's probably more like actual R&B and neo soul and probably just more like diversity. And like I've heard a lot about the community out here too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there are a lot of jams and like you know, stuff like that. So I feel like what we're doing with the 100 Collective, there's probably things like that, like or at least like the energy behind it here. So
I hear that.
yeah.
What I was gonna say. If you were able to sing or collaborate with, I would say 10 artists or as much as you can think of, what would be the artist you would want to? I know there's a lot, but I'm just saying, you know, which artist would you want to work with? Like,
there's a lot. Like, okay, K-Tronada. I love K-Tronada. This is tough.
Hard. That's a hard question.
like not off the top. It's like
and I'm thinking like also not just like I like somebody. It's like compatibility. It's like, you know, it would be cool to see like it would be an interesting combination kind of thing. Lady Gaga, I'd love to do a song with her.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I don't know. You hopped in there. I'm thinking.
I don't know. That's a hard question.
So many. I mean, like
I'd want to sing with Miguel. Oh my god, I would love to sing with Miguel.
Hell yeah, I can see that for sure. Maybe I love Smino. He's a rapper. I think it'd be cool to do a hook for him or something, or just vibe off of something with him. Dang, this is tough.
Yeah, it's on the, I know it's on the fly. And then,
Future. I want to do something with Future.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice.
That'd be dope.
What was I gonna say? When it comes to like, do you guys prefer live music or track? Like, I think it's an obvious question, but I would say live.
Yeah, my passion's for live. I mean, that's my background and stuff. But like, I love recording too, though, because it's a totally different world. You know, you can do more. You can have effects, layers. Like, I have a whole bunch of like vocoder like kind of stuff that I have on my next album, which was just like experimental. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Like, I need to do more of that shit. Yeah.
And what do you like when it comes to like making music live or in beats? Like, what are the key things that like you love to hear? Like for me, I'm a person that loves to hear bass.
Yes, let's go.
I love to hear bass, and like for me, like when it comes to like hip hop, for me, I was always a person that loved to hear T.I. trumpets. Like when he has trumpets in his sounds, like I don't know, it's either bass or trumpet. It's when I hear the runs in bass. Right. So like for you guys, what is the things you like to hear when it comes to music?
I like to write a lot of harmonies and like layers.
Soundscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Or like background arrangements, which we do for live too. But like in the studio, it's fun, you know, because like it can just transform a song. You know, it can be like it ends up being like in the part like one of the instruments.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
I love bass. I need the bass, yo.
Yeah. I need runs.
Like yo, straight up. Yeah, I'd say like background vocals and bass. Like I love bass. Drums, depending on the song, like you know, some drums like you know, you just need like a nice pocket or whatever. Yeah. But sometimes, you know, it's just like kind of a standard beat. And it's like it's fine. Yeah.
When you were saying just a while ago about like you like the harmonizing. Do you like when it's like parts like soprano, alto, tenor type parts, or do you like when it harmonizes with like reverbs and delays in the songs? Which one do you prefer when it comes to that part?
I think it depends on the song. When we're writing harmonies or like creating them for live performances, it's basically just like what comes naturally, and then we build off of that.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess it really does. Yeah, it depends on the song. Like some songs call for one thing more than another. So yeah, it's fun. Like just challenge yourself though. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being like, let's have like the typical parts. Basics. You know what I'm saying? Like 3, 5, 7, like whatever. Like it's just be like, okay, like well, let's break off of like the normal like intervals. Like let's actually like just weave in and out.
Yeah,
but like it's the dynamics is more important. You know, it's like, well, what are we doing crescendo, decrescendo? What are we doing to like tail. You know, what are you doing at the tail? It's something going down.
We're gonna
something's
add
going
vibrato
up.
at the same time.
It's just,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, sing it straight, then do vibrato, or you know what I mean, panning. There's so many options.
Have you, like, based off these things like bravados and all that stuff, like when you're in the studio and you guys are like creating together, like, have there ever been like mistakes that you guys are like, oh my gosh, the reverb's here, and you're like, oh, this is actually fire. like have you ever had like seamless,
Like happy accidents,
yeah,
kind of?
seamless,
Yeah.
like you guys are just creating to the
for
point
sure.
that it's like
Those
you
are the
make
best because
something,
we're like, oh,
yeah. or you press something,
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
pressed the keyboard, and then it's like, oh, what was that off the track? You know what I mean? Like, have you ever had those type of moments? And like, is it one of those things that when you have those moments, do you sit there with it and be like, oh my gosh? Do you remove it or you take it for somewhere else? Like what is your vibe like when it comes to that?
I feel like there's certain ones where it's like, yo, that's amazing. Let's keep it for live.
Right,
Take it off
right.
like the track, but we'll use it in
Okay.
our live performances.
For sure, yeah. We like try not to do too much because we typically do the most, or you know, typically extra as
Me?
fuck. I'm typically extra, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really depends. Like if something just feels right, because you know it's all feel at the end of the day. It's like you have your talent, right? You've like built the skill set, but it gets to a point where it's just all feel, and like the things you learn just kind of apply itself automatically. You know, so when something happens and like we're like, oh, like it's just because it felt right, you know. But sometimes we're like, oh, like we're doing too much. We're over, like you know, structuring or over arranging and doing things. So
Like overthinking everything,
Yeah,
making
some-
it too complex.
sometimes it just needs to be
that's
simple.
true. Yeah.
You know.
So what are the, okay, like, you know, when you're on tour doing songs in certain places and all over traveling and stuff, what are the things that you need? Like you like on tour, like some people, like I've seen like celebrities or artists, they'll be like, okay, you know, in my hotel room, I need like 6 pierogies, well done, and chips and like whipped cream or whatever.
That's
like there's just
hilarious.
all these random things. Like, but
Yeah.
what are your guys things you say you might need, like you need?
Tea and tequila.
Tea, tequila. Tea, tequila. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I also do stand-up comedy.
No.
Yeah.
Not yet. No,
No,
I'm working on it. You know, it's a work in progress.
What type of tea?
But ginger.
Oh, you're a ginger.
Ginger.
I like Throat Rescue from David's Tea.
Oh, okay.
Dang, you really been plugging the brand and everything.
Shout out
Jeez.
to
You
David's
get
Tea.
paid. You get paid.
This is not paid. I am not sponsored.
Yeah, man, I'm simple mint tea guy. You know, ginger one too. You're a stronger man than me with ginger, cause ginger bun my throat. Like I just. But,
Yo, yeah, I love ginger. It's like I love the punchiness though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even just hot water with honey and lemon.
Yeah, you'll be good. Sea moss. I'm a huge sea moss guy.
I'm starting to get into sea moss.
So I bring that everywhere. in
Oh,
my
yeah,
suitcases.
nice.
I bring my own, so it's
Nice,
cool.
nice,
Yeah,
nice.
before we left, you like took a scoop.
Oh, you're
I was
scooping
like,
a
let's
sea
go.
moss before you head out.
I just eat it straight. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Like I'm usually like, you know, over here we have like the Walmarts that have like the Caribbean sea moss, and it's like vanilla flavored sea moss. I don't know
Oh,
if it's
nice.
just
That's
legit,
crazy.
but you know.
I never even heard of that. Okay.
So where can we find you? Like on socials and stuff. What are your socials and stuff like that where we can find your music or what tracks you guys are on?
For sure. Well, my Instagram is @Makadi official, MAKADI official. Yeah, you can kind of like find all my socials through there. I have my link tree on there, so you'll find my Spotify, Apple Music, my music videos. I dropped an album earlier this year. Most recently dropped a single with H.O.N and Amber.
Nice,
and then
nice.
my next album comes out pretty soon.
Nice, nice.
You can find me on Instagram as well. My name is Amber Bayani, Amber, and then Bayani. You can also find me on Spotify, Apple Music, all those music platforms. I did YouTube way back in the day.
She was
Like-
famous on YouTube, actually.
Like tween poppy stuff, but yeah, that's old Amber. I got a couple singles out and working on a project to be released soon, hopefully.
Okay. Well,
You can find me at the Comedy Club because
Oh,
you know,
nice.
it's gonna be my first show.
Here we go.
It's the date isn't decided yet. I don't know if anyone's gonna come, but I'll be selling tickets in Vancouver. So
Okay,
hit me up.
sure.
I'll add that link to my bio.
okay, cool. So I want to just say off rip, thank you guys for.
He's like dismissed.
No.
He's like, yeah. Anyways.
We're done.
No, but honestly, I honestly thank you for like sitting down with me in this interview. It's a
thank you.
pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
It's a pleasure for you guys to come from BC to here. Like it's a blessing, and I can't wait to see you guys perform on Tuesday. So thank you guys for coming. Just remember, H.O.N Fest, it's going to be at the Drake Underground. Tickets are $10. It's on Eventbrite. Check the Northbridge Music Group page to get your tickets. And this is the event. We out. Peace.